Brett, who is your garbage person of the week?
My garbage person of the week is Elon Musk, who very obviously is trying to go after Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, get rid of everything that keeps people not dying from being poor. But he doesn't even have the temerity, or the congressional committees are blocking him and saving him from having to speak for his own actions before people with actual power. And one congressman is calling him out.
Where's the independence of the committee? Where's the legislature? We're an equal branch of government. And you start off with a blather, and yet look at the empty seats here. Where's Elon Musk? I'm sure he's a genius and is a very credible person because of the wealth he's accumulated. But that does not put him above the law or the responsibility to come before this committee in this Congress. If he's so great, if these plans and all the fraud and abuse that he's found are so eminent, why isn't he here explaining it? You know why. Because he's out to privatize Social Security.
That is Connecticut Congressman John Larson destroying Elon Musk before a congressional committee. And he's absolutely right. And I'm glad he's fighting that garbage person, Elon Musk. Because one day after Trump insisted he was, quote, not going to touch Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, according to The Independent, Musk told Fox Business Network that he was eyeing the Social Security Administration as his next target to make cuts. Most of the federal spending is entitlements, he said. By the way, good. Because if most of the federal spending didn't go to helping American people, what the hell are we spending it on? Tanks? Rockets? Contracts for Elon Musk that I don't see any upside from? More on that later in the month. He said, quote, that's the big one to eliminate. Entitlements was the rest of that quote. And Musk also has previously labeled the Social Security Administration, quote, the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time. The plan is to cut Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. The proof is everywhere. And while the proof is everywhere, rather than be the good big person and sit and answer the questions of the committees of Congress, Elon Musk is out there just getting stuff wrong measurably. He said something was $8 billion he saved. He saved $8 million, but also not really. None of these cuts make any sense. And all of his cuts are either taking money out of your pocket or redundant spending because there are already auditing agencies within the government, or he's trying to enrich himself, or he's just firing people with good jobs, government jobs, protected jobs. He's firing people. That's what he's doing. He's not, and what is the money's gonna go to some private industry to privatize and make more expensive, maybe not for the government, but definitely for the taxpayer, make more expensive all the services that the government provides, period. The plan is, 1, say the government doesn't work. 2, destroy the government agency you're talking about. 3, now the government actually doesn't work because they destroyed it. And then 4, they say they can fix it with the privatization of that industry or whatever that government agency was in charge of and sell it off to the highest bidder. Elon Musk is always going to be the highest bidder. And when everyone gets outraged, what happens? Do we go and help the people? Do we listen to the outrage and address it? No, we don't. We hold a ridiculous commercial for Teslas on the front lawn. Because who's his priority? You? He just told everybody, hey, you should buy a Tesla. It's pretty cheap at $39,000. Never mind that no one can buy eggs.
Brett,
garbage.
You've been out of the country for a bit, so you didn't get the memo from Charlie Kirk that was retruthed by Trump. Shut up about egg prices. Shut up about it. Stop telling me, you pores, about how you can't make omelets. Shut up about the egg prices.
Shut up about the sun. They really exactly say that too.
But They're saying that. So
said
shut
that-
up about
he said
eggs,
that-
buy a Tesla.
He said that the left will never be good at podcasting because it's too masculine for them. Meanwhile, he was sitting with his legs crossed like that, proving he does not have a kakaba.
Oh my God.
Like there was no room for it. Like that hurts me to look at. And his hands were doing this the whole time. And also, what's masculine about podcasting? You're sitting around talking about your feelings for 2 hours.
100%. I love the idea that it's a masculine thing. I'm not even saying it's like a feminine thing.
No.
It's just
A
it has nothing to
masculine
do with either of those
podcast-
things.
A masculine, I don't like this version of masculinity, but I'm part of it. Like a masculine podcast is sitting around not talking about anything.
It would just be dead silence for
watching
60
TV.
minutes.
Like playing golf. I play golf with Jordan. I don't know what's happening in his life. I do know what golf clubs he just bought, but I don't know anything more about him than I did before golf. And we spent 5 hours together.
And you never ever will, okay? Anyway,
That's
I like
masculinity.
your garbage. That is. That and crying afterward, alone, so where people can see it. Good garbage person. Some people are frustrated that John Larson didn't make it onto our Hero of the Week poll after that appearance, but that is a good garbage person. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.